Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Monday, July 22nd. Interesting fundamentals that came out on Friday, but what really dominated the news was what was happening with an update in the Microsoft systems by CrowdStrike. And it created a global shutdown and global uncertainty. That's what you're seeing in these indices and the markets we're going to be looking at. If you're not familiar with these charts, these are daily charts. This red line means a sell level, green line means a buy level, dash line means it's something that happened earlier in the week. Here in the Dow, so the difference between this buy level to that sell level, to give you an example, is $22,495 a contract. And what are we looking for on Monday? I'm not looking for a big day down, depending on what happens with this technology issue that I mentioned to you. In the Russell, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market is $10,000 a contract. Further movement to the downside, yes, depending on what happens with the technology. Check out the dollar. And what you're looking at is the euro. And it's got the potential for what I call an equal and opposite. Pay attention to that on Monday. It'll be interesting to see how this market sets up. That would imply a sideways move. The dollar difference between the buy and sell level here in the euro is, make sure I give you the right numbers there for that market. Yep, that's it. $662.50 is that dollar value. In the Swissy, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market, $487.50. Again, be cautious here. It's a market that has a bullish bias. Over in Japanese yen, it's still incredibly cheap. And we've seen a rally. Bias is for another move to the upside. Dollar difference here between the buy and sell level here a few days ago, it was $1,200 a contract. Follow through to the downside. If you're on the short side, be cautious there. Aussie dollar, difference between the buy and sell level in that market is $1,010 a contract. Same situation. It's weaker right now, and depending on what we find out over the weekend, that I think is really going to determine what's going to happen with these currencies. British pound, difference between the buy and sell level is $737.50. Nothing telling us to be a buyer here, but be careful if you're on the short side. I feel the same. Whoops, that's the same market. Let's move on. Canadian dollar at a critical level. I feel the same way as I mentioned in these other currencies. Be cautious here if you're on the short side. This could be where we get a bounce. In the Bitcoin, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market, to provide that reference, it is, there we go. It's $22,525 a contract. I look for a rest day on Monday. I'm not looking for a big move in that market. In the 10-year notes, we saw some weakness as yields firmed up. Dollar difference between the buy and sell level in that market is yeah, it is. It's $2,031.25. So this is also a market. Further weakness is expected as yields firm up. Over in the bond market, what we see here in that market is something that's trying to sort out what to do as the yields did firm up. Monday can shape the rest of this week, so you want to pay attention to that. Dollar difference between the buy and sell level in that market's $2,031.25, and the difference up here between the buy and sell level in that market is $93.75. So let's move on and let's see what's happening with gold. Now you would think on Friday gold would be taking off, but remember, dollar was stronger. Dollar difference between the buy and sell level in that market is $5,100 a contract, and in silver, weaker. No sign of a bounce yet, but it's at levels that we found buyers before. We need China. Copper still weak, and I look for further movement to the downside. Monday could be critical. So coming week could be a big difference when it comes to longer term action. Dollar difference in the buy and sell level there. In crude oil is $400 a contract. Look for further movement down, especially if the dollar stays stronger. In nat gas, we got a lot of nat gas and we got warmer temperatures. I think this is doing exactly what it should. Look for a sideways move in that market, and I feel the same way about beans. It's searching for fundamental information that so far has been bearish for that market, not only in beans but in corn as well, and in Mr. Wheat. In this market, dollar difference between the sell and buy level was $1,750 a contract. Sideways move is what we're looking for on Monday. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm looking forward to being with you again next week and on Monday. In the meantime, take care.